Someone will leave out your life permanently without giving you closure. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone will leave out your life permanently without giving you closure. Now, the reason why I mention this is because when this happens, it's going to hit you like a Mike Tyson hit in the 90s. And we all know how hard Iron Fist might hit, all right? Now, understand what I'm saying, y'all. When this happens, this is them shifting the blame onto you. This is them trying to catch you off guard. This is them trying to hurt you. This is them not taking any accountability for what they have done. And the first thing we think of is, really? You gonna do this to me after all I've done for you? And the answer to that question is yes, they're gonna do it to you because they were never real in the first place. They were never genuine in the first place. They were never sincere in the first place. So the moment you say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, they're gonna show you who they were. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I see who you are now. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I see who you are now. Now, family, I also mention this too because this will catch you off guard and you will think that you want to run back to them. You will feel as if I need to prove myself to them. Don't fall in this trap. This is exactly what they want. They want you to come back crawling to them. They want you to be so manipulated, so hurt, so it's like you have lost all value and respect for yourself. This is what they want. This is narcissistic behavior. I know I have done something wrong to you. However, I won't tell you I'm sorry. I apologize. Or even just give you a simple conversation to put both of our hearts and minds at ease. And see, in this video, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all the reasons of why they do this. Much deeper than the intro. But understand something, y'all. Someone will leave your life permanently, which means they're never coming back. Now, whether you broke up with them or they broke up with you, you left them, they left you. However they left, they fired you, or you quit, whatever the case is. They divorced you, whatever, you divorced them. It does not matter. Either way it go, the fact that they are now gone out your life, you're not going to get that closure. Okay? I know you want that peace, but you're going to have to find it elsewhere. I know you want that last goodbye, but you're going to have to tell yourself that. And I know you want that medication to that healing, but you're going to have to find a new prescriptionist. You're going to have to go to a new hospital or a new whatever so you can find that peace within your own self. So you can find that healing within your own self. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? They're not going to give you the closure that you want. And a lot of us suffer from open chapters. Somebody drop in the comments and say, close the chapter. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, close the chapter. Family, once you get done reading one chapter, you don't just stay on that one. You move to the next one. You don't stay on that chapter. You move to the next one. And this is hard and difficult for a lot of us, especially when we've had that connection, we've had that bond, that love. You did things for them. They've done things for you. The list goes on. All right? You feel as if I am at least owed closure. I know exactly where you are. But family, don't fall for this trap. Okay? It is a trap. I promise you. Now, y'all, as y'all can see, we are outside connected with nature. It was just packed out here earlier. We had photo shoots. People out here, I think, doing yoga and just kind of playing themselves, sunbathing. And, you know, sun is great, especially for those who are melanized, right? Sun is always great, but it was a lot of people out here. So I was pretty much just waiting until I had that free opportunity. And now, y'all, I got the part to myself how I love it and like it, right? I'm sending nothing but peace, happiness, prosperity, love to the family. Y'all already know how we do, so I hope y'all receive that. And I hope y'all have a great day. And if you're having a bad one, I hope you have a better one after watching this video, all right? But let's go ahead and get directly into it, y'all. No need to postpone. First thing is first, y'all. Make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, But y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's do it, y'all. So number one, the first reason why they do this is because you were good to them. I know it sounds cliche, y'all, but let me explain, please. You were good to them. Anytime you are good to a person, anytime you are good to a business, an entity, anytime you're good to family members, whatever the case is, when you're good to them, they have to make up a reason in their head of why you were a bad person. All right? This settles a lot more at ease. This makes them feel a lot better. This makes them feel good about themselves because they say, you know what? That was so good to me. I got to figure out a reason of how I can tell people that they were bad to me, right? Now, here's the sad reality. You was the best thing that ever happened to them. You were the only person who gave them a shoulder to cry on. You were the only person who gave them a place to stay. You were the only person who went inside your pocket, their pocket, and said, here you go. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you starving. Unfortunately, there's very few people who reciprocate that energy. Like the great Miss Lauren Hill says, all I want is a little reciprocity. That's all I want. That's all I need. But it seems to be so sad for people to give you what you are giving them. It seems to be so hard, difficult. My bad, y'all. More hard and difficult to give that reciprocity. It's sad. It's like going into a store trying to take something off the shelf and don't want to pay for it. Reciprocate that energy. You come on my shelf and you take a t-shirt off, then you need to give me $10 for it or however much it costs. Point being, y'all, is that people don't want to reciprocate that. And the fact that you were good to them and now it's all over, they're not going to reconfirm that you was good. No, they want to make you feel bad. They got to start within themselves first. Yeah, it was a bad person. Yeah, I'm glad we ain't together. Yeah, I'm glad they ain't working on the job no more. Yeah, I'm glad that we ain't connected or nor associated. Yeah, because you remember that last time they did that? They got to make themselves feel like you were a bad person. They got to make themselves feel as if they are right for the decision. And even if they wasn't the ones who made the decision, they got to roll with it. They got to roll with the punches. Okay? But somebody drop in the comments and say, you can't fake it for long. You can't fake it for long, y'all. Because at some point, you're going to meet that same spirit, different face, and they're still going to expose you to who you really are. You can't run from your problems. You can't run from your own issues. And those issues are going to resurface. Point blank period. No matter how far they go. They can go to Alaska. They can go to Antarctica. They can go to Africa. They can go to somewhere in Europe. It don't matter. South America, it does not matter. It's going to resurface. Okay, so sticking to the point, y'all, you were good to them. And honestly, you probably was a little too good for them. All right? And they have to make themselves feel like the fact that they're gone now, that is a clear indication that, yeah, they was bad for me and bad to me. But deep down, no matter if they tell nobody else, they know the truth. They know who you are, and they know what you did. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Last thing I say on this, y'all, is that they don't want to say goodbye or apologize or give you that closure. Also because they don't want to have to look back at what was so great and have to walk away and say, all right, bye-bye. You remember being a kid, going to a carnival, cotton candy, rides, everybody yelling and screaming on them rides, right? I mean, you seeing so many lights and all the fun. And your mama say, all right, come on, Timmy, we got to go. All right, little JJ, let's go. You like, man, I'm finna leave. You just storm out the fair. You ain't gonna look back and say, bye-bye, fair. You gonna be mad. You gonna be mad. You ain't gonna give that fair no closure. That's the same thing, y'all. You are the fair. And they're that kid. They that kid who know that the fair was so good, but they still gonna be mad because they don't want to tell it goodbye. They don't want to tell it, they don't want to say, all right, I'll see you later. They want the fun to continue. So they never give it closure. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Second reason of why they do this, okay, is because of emotional immaturity. Emotional immaturity, y'all. Emotional immaturity is the difference between a person saying, I'm sorry, and manipulating you with silence, the silent treatment, shifting the blame on you. That's the difference between emotional immaturity and emotional maturity. All right, when a person have emotional maturity, they're able to say goodbye without no issues. Right? Every relationship shouldn't end in F you, no, F you, forget you, I can't stand you. And then you talk about them to every partner you meet or anybody you're dating, family members. It shouldn't end like that. That's emotional immaturity. When a person bring that name up, you should be able to say, man, that was a good person. It just didn't work out, right? Especially if they were a good person. Now, if they wasn't a good person, then you tell the truth. And see, that's why I love what K. Dot said, Kendrick Lamar. He said, if you don't tell lies about me, then I won't tell truth about you. Whoo, that's cold, right? If you don't tell lies about me, I won't tell truth about you. See, everything that you say has to be believable. So when you make this lie up, you're going to say it in a way to where people will be like, what? It's a lie. And who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining? But see, when you got that truth that is polarizing, when you got that truth that punctures the skull, punctures the heart, it punctures when you tell it. Just like the truth that came out about Diddy, allegedly. Just like the truth that came out about OJ. Just like the truth that came out about anybody who has done something terrible. It hurts. It's the truth, right? It hurts. So when you tell that truth about them, it's going to be real. And people are going to know it's true because it's going to resemble their characteristics. It's going to resemble their traits. It's going to resemble their behavior patterns. They're going to notice it. People pay attention to how you make them feel. They'll never forget that. And in order for you to make them feel a certain way, you had to do something. Make sense of what I'm saying? I never forget how my granddad made me feel. He always made me feel good. I probably forgot some of the things he did, but I never forget the things, the way he made me feel. Getting ice cream after we worked on the job together, saving up money in my can, saving up money in the pill bottle, giving me ice cream, giving me that money that he saved up for me, so I can get ice cream from the ice cream truck. Y'all know how the ice cream truck is, how important it is. You see all your friends out there with ice creams, and you can't get it because you can't afford it. But I never forget how my grandfather made me feel, right? The point is, y'all, you won't forget those things. They won't forget those things if you were a good person. And so, oftentimes when you are emotionally immature, you can't handle that. You can't handle the fact that you messed up. So you shift the blame, you walk away huffed up and puffed up, you talk about that person, and you tell lies about them. But the moment you start telling truth, they're going to think you're wrong, right? The moment you start letting it be known what actually happened, oh, he bitter, she bitter. They just mad because I ain't with them. No, it ain't that. You just mad because I told truth and followed up behind your lies. Cleared it all up, right? Number 3, y'all, third reason why they do this is because they cheated, all right? They cheated. Now, the cheated that I'm talking about is not what you guys are thinking about right now, okay? That's not what I'm referring to. When you think of cheating, you thinking Keisha slept with Roger. Yep, I know. John's wife is cheating with Brad. I get it, y'all. I'm not talking about that cheating. Although this can be a form of it, right, or that can be a form of it, I'm going to speak about something else. So if I'm on the starting line, and I'm about to race, and we're supposed to be going on a 1, 2, 3 go count, if I start on 2, then I did what? Cheated, right? If we're playing hide and go seek, and I'm supposed to be counting, but my eyes are open, and I'm watching everybody hiding spots, and I go find everybody with no problem, what did I do? I cheated, right? If I'm looking on a test that's not mine, and I start getting answers, what am I doing? Cheating. So I'm talking about starting before you're supposed to start. Having that head start. Makes sense to what I'm saying, y'all? So listen, this is why they did not give you closure. It's because they've already moved on mentally, emotionally. They were just there with you physically. They were just there because now, at this point, you are a benefit. I don't love you no more. I'm using you now. I'm draining you now. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So, they cheated. You're like, how can they just ghost me like this? How can they just stop talking to me like this? It's because they've already prepared their minds. They've already prepared spiritually. They've already disconnected spiritually. They have prepared way long before you. You're just still in that same space. You're still in that same spot. They're not, baby. They're not, my brother. They ain't. So, Reno, what do you suggest? You have to do the same thing that they're doing, but in a positive, with good intention way. I'm going to say that once again. You got to do the same things that they're doing, but with positive and a good intention way. Okay? Positive intentions only. So when you ghost them, you're not ghosting them because they did it. You're ghosting them because you are taking care of your mental peace. Mental peace, okay? I thought I was Mike Tyson for a second. Mental peace. But mental peace, all right? Your emotional stability. We can't be worried about what they're doing, especially when they're not worried about us. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? They cheated. Simple as that. They were already putting their twigs in other nests. They were already putting their eggs in other baskets. So by the time it hit the fan in the ceiling, they was like, I don't care if I have a closure or not. I don't care, right? Or their exact words, I don't give a damn. That's what they said. Just gonna be honest, y'all. But that's number 3. They cheated. Number 4, to leave you with baggage. Yep, to leave you with baggage. That's almost like a man who get a woman pregnant and just leave her with the kid, and he done moved off to Africa, living his best life. He in Thailand with his new wife, new kids, got kids here in America, but taking care of his kids that he made with the new woman. That's crazy, right? Men are notorious for doing that. And that's been going on for a while. But the difference is they actually took care of their kids, right? Ray Charles said the best, I got a woman way over town. So they've been doing it, but it's just they had morals behind doing it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, okay? However, I'm just, stating that. However, y'all, they wanted to leave you with baggage. They want to leave you with that shame, with that guilt. They want to leave you feeling bad. So, no, I'm not going to give you closure. For what? So you can feel better about your decision? So you can feel better about me not being in your life? So you can feel better about not having me around? Forget you. Yeah, I want you to feel like you did something wrong. I'm going to leave you with all that baggage. I'm going to let your mind race. I'm going to let your mind wander. I don't care. That's a person who don't give a about you. Right? That's a person who don't give a damn about you. We going to say it. That's a person who don't care. No communication. No understanding to your emotions and your mental peace. No understanding to how you feel at the very moment. See, when you break up with a person, it's on both sides. A breakup is on both sides. The pain is on both sides. So the person who is delivering the breakup, they go through pain too. And of course, the person who's feeling it, they're going through pain possibly just as much, or I'm sorry, y'all, probably a little worse, right? However, y'all, both parties feel it. Not just only relationship breakups, friendship breakups, right? Best friends breakup, family breakups. All these different things, y'all, the same thing. So understand something. If a person don't want to give you that closure, they're being nasty behind it. They're being nasty about it. They don't care if you get better. This is why you got to self-medicate, right? So for those who are watching this video, it shouldn't hit you by shock anymore. You should already know this is what they're going to do. Stop waiting on that text. They probably waiting on somebody else to text them. Stop waiting on that call. They probably already on the phone with that person. Stop waiting for them to come fix things and run back to you. They're probably running after someone else. So with that being said, y'all, they intentionally left you with that baggage. Moving on to the next one, y'all, which is going to be the last one. Number 5, to cause confusion, right? To cause confusion. They want you to be confused about their whereabouts. They want you to be confused about how they feel about you, okay? This is when you have to make a decision for yourself, right? So back in 2020, y'all, and the market is still not the best right now, right? I know stocks are all the way down right now, which means money is messed up in the stock market. However, this is the best time to buy. Y'all have heard it here first. I'm not claiming to be a stock expert, but what I do know from listening to the experts, when it's low, you buy now, right? And then at some point, it's going to go down. Because guess what? What goes up must come down. What comes down at some point will come back up. That's just how the laws of the land was created, right? However, y'all, back to 2020, okay, when the COVID-19 thing was going, coronavirus, you know, people was basically sitting ducks, just waiting on the assembly line, waiting at the warehouse, waiting at the airport, a corporate job, whatever the case is, to get furloughed or fired. They were just sitting there waiting. And, you know, at that time, they wasn't giving retroactive pay. They wasn't, you know, giving incentives. Like, they were still trying to figure things out. And I understand that. But what I couldn't understand was, why is it y'all still are allowing bills to keep rolling like we got bukus of money coming in? Rent still coming in and they want it full, baby. What else? Light bill, water, all that. Groceries. Listen, y'all, we still had to find a way to take care of our responsibilities and families, especially if you were a man. We still had to figure it out. They didn't care. Their concern was, we want our money. If you pay me, right? Damn you, pay me. Give me my money. I want it and I need it now. Do you have a savings? Are you rich? Not my problem. People had to make a decision, whether that was them investing into a business, writing a book, doing social media, content creation, whatever the case is. That's why so many millionaires and entrepreneurs was formed, because we had no choice. We had no choice. But that goes right back to what I'm saying. You are too valuable to sit in confusion about a person who's not even thinking about you. You're way too valuable. You are way too costly, pricey. Honestly, y'all, you are priceless. You don't have no cost. You don't have no price. But y'all get the point of what I'm trying to say. You are too valuable to be sitting around waiting on somebody to come back to you, or allowing yourself to think, am I a bad person? Was I not good enough? What could I have done better? And y'all, I'm not just talking outside of my neck. I've been through the same thing as well. It happens. It's reverse psychology. It's manipulation. And these people will wait it out. They'll go weeks, months. Most time they come back, but some people never do. Some people never do. That's how stubborn they are. And they will allow you to sit in confusion. This is a person who does not care about you. All right? But anyway, y'all, with that being said, as we conclude this video, don't fall for this trap. Don't allow them to manipulate you or make you feel like you were the bad person, especially when you were the one taking care of them, especially when you were the one funding them, you know, giving them your energy, your time, your effort, pouring into them, making their lives stress-free while they were making your life stressful, okay? You made their lives stress-free and they made your life stressful. Don't second guess yourself. It's all a part of their plan. And guess what, y'all? They may have just moved on, but that's not your concern. You move on as well. With that being said, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, Yes Sir hoodies, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or y'all can check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.